All right, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Good Time Podcast. We're here with our friend Tosh the drummer. Everybody give it up for Tosh.
Let's
We always
go,
go,
brother.
we keep we keep clapping for our guests.
Yeah, that's been the,
Um,
the theme. We got to keep it going.
Killer round of applause, dude. I love it.
yeah. Um, Before we get into it, this episode is brought to everybody by Rocklocks, of course, and head over to Spotify, give us a 5-star review, leave a comment about any questions you might have about this episode or a past episode or any questions for future episodes. We love answering questions. Um, and make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and all that stuff. We're going to keep pumping these out. We're having a good time with it. And what a great way to kick off today's episode with our friend Tosh, someone I met I don't know, it's been probably almost 10 years ago at this point that you and I met. It was a while ago, 8 years ago, I don't know. But Tosh is, for those who don't know, if you live under a rock, Tosh gets every gig you can possibly think of. And if you're in the drum world, you can kind of see that, of course. So, Tosh, you just turned 25. You just got the Alkaline Trio gig. Tell us how that came about.
Yeah, Alkaline, I'm super excited about. By the way, thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it.
Of course, of
Um,
course.
yeah, Alkaline Trio came about. I was in Europe on tour with Lady Gaga, and my friend Danny Lohner texted me and was like, "Do you have any videos playing along the Alkaline Trio?" And I had like one from a few years ago, and I sent it to him, and he was like, "Oh, perfect! You should be their new drummer." And but I thought they already had a drummer, so I was like, "Okay, you know." And apparently they had parted ways with their drummer, and but I didn't know that at the time. So then he just introduced me to Matt Skiba, and we talked a few times, and then I went up and had lunch with him, and he was kind of like, "If you want to play with us, like we'd love to have you." And I was like, "All right, that works for me." And it was like that simple, man. It was pretty quick, easy introduction. Because I was like, "You guys want to like play with me or something?" And they were like, "Well, we know you know how to play drums. Like, we're not worried about that. We just want to make sure you're not a dick." And I was like, "All right, cool, works for me."
That's the kind of the theme we keep coming back to on this podcast is like obviously you have to be great, but what ends up happening is it seems that it's just the first person they think of or the person to get the call. Do you think there's something stylistic or something about your style of playing or kind of how you maneuver that puts you into the position to get called like this?
Yeah, I think definitely like my playing. People see that I play a lot of different genres of music, and I like a lot of different genres. But I feel like I kind of only get called if a band specifically wants like me or my style. I don't get a lot of calls for like the gigs that are very like okay, we just need a drummer because I'm a little bit too like fucking a little bit too loose on some of that type of stuff. I'm
Yeah.
kind of I mean I this is my outfit every day, and I have tattoos, and I'm fucking headbang the entire concert. So I think I only get called for people like gigs that they want someone more like me specifically,
For
uh,
sure.
which has worked out for me a lot, thankfully. But I would say
Yeah.
it's like style wise, it's probably just because it's like there people want a fucking loudmouth, ridiculous drummer is going to be. It's more about the look and the style. I mean, anyone. I don't play super hard stuff. I feel like a lot of people can play what I play.
Yeah, but you have like a very specific like Alkaline Show makes a ton of sense, and congratulations on the gig as well. Like
Thank
that's
you.
going to be super badass. I'm sure you're a fan of the band, all that stuff. Like who isn't a fan of the band? But
Yeah.
like when it came to because you just finished a long run with Lady Gaga. Um, you were with her for what, a year and a half, 2 years, like just kind of for this portion of touring in her career. And from what I gathered from the last time we spoke was that she kind of wanted to hire a rock band for this run, and she must have seen a video of you playing, or like how did that come about? And then do you think that like your wild style of playing, like which is unapologetic and awesome and badass, like do you think that played a part in like kind of why you got the call for even Lady Gaga, which is doesn't register for most people in their brain, but I understand it and Joe understands it and you understand it. So talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. So honestly, Gaga's band has been with her for like over 15 years,
Uh-huh.
and um, so yeah, like a little over 2 years ago, my buddy Tim Stewart is he him and I were like hanging out. I was on tour with his daughter, and she's a ripping guitarist, and he was like, "Yeah, like I think Gaga's gonna tour next year. Would you be interested?" And I was just like, "Yeah, I'd love to." And it was pretty simple, It's like I really got the gig because him and I are friends, and
Mm.
we're always hanging out. I mean, I was at his house last night, and I we like we're literally just friends, and have been for like pretty much even longer than I've known you, like probably about 10 years. Um, and yeah, so he just asked if I was interested, and I think she might have seen me like in some he showed her me or something, and but she kind of just like trusts him. So when he was like, oh, "This is gonna be our new drummer, Tosh," she was just like, "All right, sweet." And then it's been great, And um, I went and did one show with her, and not knowing what would come from that, And they basically officially asked me. They were like, "All right, the first show is Thursday," and it was a Sunday. Like I had heard of the possibility for like 6 months, but then, yeah, I was actually leaving Nam, going to a sound check for my band Damages show, and he was like, "Yeah, if you want to do the gig still, Thursday she's doing Fire Aid and she needs a band for it. So if you want to do it, do it." And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." Um,
Okay, so
Is he like
I
her
have a
manager?
yeah.
what was that?
Is he like the music director or the manager for her?
He's her guitarist, but he's kind of like the band leader. Like,
Mm.
he's not her music director, but like he hired the music director. Uh,
Okay.
like
So
he.
you knew him for a long time before. Did you ever think that like you could possibly get your foot in that door like years ago just because he was with Lady Gaga?
Honestly, I never thought she would want someone like me because Chris Johnson, who had the gig before me, it like is like a ridiculously good drummer, but he's like so mellow when he plays. He's like, and so I was like, I think I might be a little too loud for this gig, and I, uh, I, yeah, but then I realized like, oh, she likes it, for this
That's
run,
sick.
especially. She was like, yeah, let's go for it. I mean, she goes for it, she's like hardcore, and um, so yeah, I never really thought at the time, but like after getting the gig, it makes sense, But I don't even know if he ever thought. I don't know if he ever like thought that I would even be interested. Like the way he asked me was like, "Would you want to?" And I was like, "Of course I want to
Hell
fucking play
yeah.
with Gaga, dude."
Yeah. 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 Uh,
Imagine saying no.
yeah, no, I'm good. Okay,
Yeah,
but here's
right.
my question. So like it seems to me, I mean, you know this better than anybody, but I've experienced it as well. Like so many things in this industry happen last minute, and you'd think, okay, an artist as big as Lady Gaga who planned this shit a year ago or whatever, you think that there'd be like a little more than 4 or 5 days notice. Sunday to Thursday, what is that, 4 days?
That's crazy. Yeah.
Was there somebody else on deck that they were thinking about, or was it just like that's just how the shit goes in this industry?
That's a great
Honestly,
question.
I think it was literally just like no one had asked her what she wanted to do, and they weren't sure if she was going to play it alone or like
Oh,
because she could
damn!
have
It's
just
just
done it on
it just
piano.
this industry never fails to like just confuse and baffle me because I'm just like, how does a show, how does that come down to 4 days beforehand? I just
Yeah.
don't understand.
Oh, dude, I got to go. And I went on, I went on stage second weekend of Coachella, the day of. Gaga goes, all right, or someone told Gaga, like, the music director comes to me. He's like, hey, are you cool to do a drum solo um, tonight? And I was like, yeah, what do you mean? And he's like, yeah, so that intro, it's like too boring. She wants you to do a drum solo on it. And so she's like, you have this 2 minute track, and you're going to do
You're just
that
gonna
for,
freestyle over a track for 2 minutes and wing
yeah,
it tonight.
in front of 125,000 people at Coachella. And I was like,
I
all right,
saw that
cool.
video.
Yeah, that
It
was,
was
and then,
crazy.
and then that continued to be my solo for the rest of the tour. And I did that in
Ah,
Oh, no way. I was
all
gonna
that.
ask you about that. That's crazy. That was on the fly.
Yeah, the first time I did it was on the fly, and then it like evolved over time. And I kind of had like
hmm.
an idea of like
You like slowly write it as it goes, basically, because there were
yeah.
no.
I
You're
mean,
using
over
shows as the solo rehearsals.
yeah, literally.
That's so
That's funny. I kind of did that for Hollywood Undead, obviously, but it was like 4,000 people, not 125,000 people. It was the same
still.
exact thing. It was like midnight the night before my first show with them, and I was watching live video. of the band's show just to try to figure it out still because we did literally half of a rehearsal,
Yeah.
and those guys hate rehearsing, bro. Um, and I'm watching the videos. It was like probably 12:30 a.m. and I'm seeing that they're doing a drum solo. Their last drummer was doing a solo, and I was like, "Hey, Jordan, am I doing a drum solo tomorrow? Or I guess technically today?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about that. Like, there's gonna be a part in this in the middle of the set or whatever." Anyway, point is, I it was stressful and hard, but it wasn't even in front of a fraction of the amount of people, so it wasn't that crazy.
I mean, it's
Um,
still freaking terrifying.
it's terrifying. Yeah, you get that, and now it's hard to sleep. It's like because it's almost 1 a.m. and you're like, dude, I gotta go to bed. Like, whatever.
Oh, I
Um,
hate that when you have to like learn a bunch of songs and stuff, and you're like, I'll just do it in the morning, and it's like then you can't. So
you can't. Yeah,
then I'm just forced to stay awake. When I did, I filled
yeah,
in for Fall Out Boy a few years ago, and I literally didn't sleep for the entire 24 hours before.
You had to learn how many songs?
I don't know. It was a 2 hour show, over 2 hours. It was like probably probably like 30 songs maybe.
You had what
yeah.
day? You had 24 hours?
Yeah, well, no, a little over because they asked me on I guess 2 days because they asked me on a Wednesday night and we played on a Friday night. So
Damn.
yeah, it was
Dude,
terrible.
the amount of stress. So like, we'll get into that in a second because I really want to talk about your process of like quickly learning songs and just kind of like, I don't know, everybody's process with that is like so different. Some people are the charting type, some people are the memorizing things type, some people do a hybrid. Like I do a little bit of a hybrid. I don't really know how to like chart properly, but I'll listen to the songs and kind of make these dumbass notes that only make sense to me. And
Yeah,
I've even done it where I've had some notes on the ground near my set list and like I'm mid song and I'm going, uh-oh, I forgot if the is it the second chorus or is it like the bridge that happens here? And I look down like, oh shit, I think that's where I am. And then in real time, you have to just guess and then go, oops, I made the
yes.
wrong choice into the other, which so were there any stories with like with did you have anything like that happen with specifically with Fall Out Boy? Because that's like a 2 hour show on 2 days is literally impossible. So
That's
like did anything go
crazy.
wrong? Yeah.
I definitely had like Joe turn around and be like, "It's halftime." And I was like, "Oh shit, my bad." Like,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I,
Nice.
it's gonna be funny though because I put them out on my phone, and then I got a big ass notebook, and so I could like write big notes like for each song, like little parts that I needed to remember, like that I was having troubles, and I just each song I would flip. I had the set list, so I would just flip each song,
Mm.
and I was standing there, and Pete Wentz walks over. We're behind a curtain, and he's like, all right, he's like, let's see your notes. He looks down, and the first three songs didn't have any notes because I knew them so well at this point. I was like, okay, those ones are easy. I got that. So if I didn't need any notes, I just had the song title and it was a blank page. And he like walked through. He's like, these are your fucking notes. It's an empty page, dude. Like, uh, yeah, there's definitely a few fuck ups, but we got through the shows and
Yeah, whatever. I mean, that's what happened to what was the thing? Did the drummer get hurt or have to bail last minute?
oh, he had a family emergency. He had to fly home
Mm.
for his mom. Yeah,
So they were just like anything to save this show, and that's kind of a handful. Dude, to get through a show like that with only a handful of mistakes is incredibly impressive. Like that is
Yeah.
no easy feat, bro. That is
It's high
so
level.
stressful,
oh
very
my god,
high level, and but that's like yeah, but that's where like your experience comes into play because you've played so much drums and played with so many people and spent so many hours practicing that in a moment of extreme, basically the most amount of stress you'll ever go through in your music career, you were probably up there and you had an ability to stay present because you weren't super tripped out about the crowd or the moment. You were ready for the moment. You were just like, I don't really know all these songs, but we're gonna figure it out like as
yeah.
we go, which is just yeah, man, very impressive.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
definitely terrifying, but it was a lot of fun, and I love those dudes. And I still do. Like, man, I keep in touch as much as I can with all those guys.
yeah. Did you only play one show or was it
It was a
multiple?
couple. It was
Yeah,
I don't remember if it was two or three, but it was like yeah, it was just a few, like two. I think two.
sick.
Maybe.
So sick. So back to the Gaga thing real quick. What now that this like run of shows is over, do you have anything on the books with her down the road, or is that just a who knows and it might happen again or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, I know I definitely still have the gig. It's just whenever she wants to do it.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah, she's keeping us around, but I just don't know when she'll want to play shows again. I mean, that's a
Mm.
long run. I think everyone needs to go into hibernation. Even me, like, I'm off pretty much until June, so I'm just like trying to like hang out for a little bit, and
It's
figure.
good. You need to hit the reset button. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. So something we kind of like to talk about on this podcast is like, what do you think makes a drummer a professional?
Oh, um, what makes a drummer professional? I mean, the basic answer is do you mean like explain being a professional drummer, or like how do you be professional? Like,
Whatever comes to mind for you. Like for some people, they go like some people's answers was like if you make money playing drums, which like
that's what I
I
was
don't
gonna
really
say. Yeah,
think.
that's my
Yeah,
first.
but I don't really think that tells the whole story because I think there's drummers who make money on a very low level who are like not professional. It's like not only like their playing is not professional. It's like making $150 once a month at a bar. It's like technically you're making money. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like you
Yeah,
can,
yeah. I
yeah.
mean,
But then you could also make $150 a month playing drums and play like a pro. So there's like
Mm.
you could be super good and just not have a gig or whatever.
How you conduct yourself too, and
Yeah.
and the whole
Yeah.
package.
yeah, I think it's the whole thing. It's like you can be an idiot, but like you gotta be like smart enough to like know when you can be an idiot,
Mm.
and
That's
like
it.
Mm,
it's not like not everything has. You don't have to be like a lot of people talk about like you have to be like super proper and like I don't even know. I'm saying like a million times, but um,
sorry about
you
it.
you have to act a certain way and stuff, and you do to a certain extent. But there's also like I'm around people who have played the biggest gigs of all time for the last 20 years and are complete idiots, But
For sure.
they're still professional when they need to be, It's like and you know you know how far to push it, kind of, I guess, and like your liberties when you're playing. It's like I can play a lot of stupid stuff, but I also know, okay, well, I don't want to throw anyone off if I do this or do that, It's like, but I mean, realistically, I think I mean, anyone who's making a living playing drums, if that pays your bills, like you're a professional musician, And but there's some pros that are the least professional people I know. Like
Yeah.
I'm
Definitely.
I'm telling you, like some of the least professional people I know are like have the biggest gigs and are completely killing it and they're amazing musicians. They're fucking dumbasses, but people don't really care because they're so good and they're having a good time and they're it's like, you dumb stuff, but it's like, yeah, it's good.
It's in the culture, bro. Just
Yeah, dude,
degenerate.
it kind of is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really is. It's a crazy game, dude. You see so many different characters on the road. Like it's such a like a mind twist because there really is no like one career path to take to play drums for a living, you know?
Mm.
Yeah, totally. Man, it really is. It's weird, but there's also people who are like making a career, but they have like they don't want to tour. They're like they have a
Hmm.
session dudes or teachers, and like a professional drummer could just be a drum instructor who that's his only job is be there
Totally.
teaching drums.
Yeah.
That's still a
Totally.
professional drummer. You
Mm.
might not want to tour. There's a lot of people who don't. Look at even like the Drumeo guys. Like none of those dudes tour, but they're fucking killing it. Jared Falk is like a multimillionaire, like legend.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he's
Facts.
and he's the
He's
coolest
winning.
dude in the world. And but they don't. He doesn't want to tour, and he never did.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah, you really
You
don't
don't
have
have
to. I
to.
mean, it's like because touring is a hard thing, dude. It's a lot.
It
It's
is.
like, mentally insane, dude.
Yeah, this is kind of what we talked. I mean, back in the day when I had that podcast Bunk Alley, like I feel like like I used to talk about mental health and stuff a lot more, and I think it was a lot more relevant when I was like really in the mud in my life, in my career and stuff. I feel like I was in a way worse place mentally, but like it all still pertains to my career today. I'm 35, and like I'm on a short run right now. I'm in a hotel room. I mean, the mental toll that touring takes, like for you, I remember when I interviewed you for Bunk Alley, I asked you what like your least favorite part of touring was, and you were like, because you're like, I don't get to play enough drums,
Yeah.
and and I'm assuming that answer still remains, but for you, especially on this Gaga gig, because the dates are kind of spread out and there's like these weird breaks, and there's like this, you fly out, you play like 6 shows in the same city, all that stuff. What was the most challenging thing for you on the road, outside of playing the show?
I mean, man, the my biggest problems are stuff I cause for myself, like
Mm.
it's stuff I make, like I may be having like the best day ever, and then one thing will just like send me over the edge. It's like that's the hardest part is like I think when I was 16, I think it's when I did bunk out, or I was 17 maybe, like, and
Something like that. Yeah, it was a while ago. It was like 2018, 2019, something like that.
yeah, 2018 I would have been 17 years old in
Yeah.
2018, but
It's crazy.
man, like there's no worries when you're that young. It's like, and now I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, I just turned 25. I'm like, fuck, I gotta figure my life out. I gotta like make some decisions, some better choices.
You're on the
Yes,
right track, dog. That's for sure.
thanks, man. It's just like, yeah, it's just trying to, navigate certain things, like relationships and just the people you're around, and who you want to be. Like, I think the hardest part is literally just like me doing dumb stuff, and just trying to figure it out. And it's mentally draining, man. Touring's mentally insane. It's like
Truly.
it's heavy, and it's one of those things where you could like have, like that's like Lady Gaga's one of the biggest gigs in the world. Like, it's so cool. I get to, it's a perfect gig. We get like like killer pay. We're around the coolest people ever. I'm have so many good friends and family and good relationships with people that are like perfect. And then, but why am I like not stoked right now on certain things? It's like, so I
Mm.
like, I go to therapy and stuff every week, and it's been
That's
honestly
good.
awesome. Yeah, it's like the best thing ever, man.
When
But
did you start doing therapy?
in like August or September of
Good for
last year.
you, dude.
Yeah, yeah,
There you have it. There you have it. See, everybody thinks that because you're such a positive guy and you're such a humble guy, and when everybody who meets you and hangs out with you like loves you, and you're on one of the biggest gigs in the world, and right smack in the middle of it, you're like, fuck, I need to go to therapy. Like shit is not
yeah.
good right now.
Dude. I mean, it really
It's
is
real.
like
That's real.
it's real, bro.
Uh,
Because I'm
uh,
like, I need it. Like, I need.
Therapy's for everybody, dude. Doesn't matter how successful you are, not successful you are, rich you are, poor you are, whatever. Like therapy is good for everybody, and you don't need it for your whole life, and you may only need it for certain periods. But I'm not seeing a therapist right now, but I did for 10 years, Like
Yeah,
I went through a lot of therapy, and I'm sure there's gonna be more therapy down the road, you know.
yeah.
It's a good thing.
It really is a good thing. I try to really talk about it and advocate now, because like it was always like this thing. I was like, man, I don't need therapy. Like, it's like I'll be fine. Like I'm
Yeah,
just
tough it
young.
out.
Yeah, tough it out. Like, I'll be
Yeah.
like grow up. And then I'm like, oh shit, no, this actually helps. So I try to like really push it, because I'm like, man, you like fuck, everyone should. I feel like everyone should try it. And man, it's like because it's been
Is there
so.
something what was the, I mean, if we only talk about as much as you want to talk about, but like what was it that sort of, was there an event that happened? Was there a series of events where like what was the thing that kind of, you're like, damn, I need to go to therapy, like for real this time. I need to go actually seek it out. Because it's one thing to think about, it's another thing to actually like look up therapists, and which is a bitch of a process for some reason. But
Yeah, it's
yeah,
so hard to find therapists. I
so
went
hard.
I went through a few. Also, the first day I'm like about to like try like therapy, and I was like super nervous. I've been going through a lot, and the dude flaked on me. The
Oh
first one.
my God, that's horrible. Oh, that's terrible.
I was sat there waiting on like this on a Zoom call for like 10 minutes. I'm like, "It's still not on." I like text my mom, like, hey,
That's
like,
awful,
what's going
bro.
on? And he fully flaked on me, dude. I was like, what the hell, man? So
Sitting here with the anxiety and shit. Like this guy's
yeah,
gonna fucking help me
I'm
out,
like,
and he
now I
just
feel
did.
worse. Like,
That's crazy.
Oh,
um,
it's awful.
it was one big thing that triggered it, but it's like it was kind of a like just a lot of different stuff building up. But then there was like
Mhm.
one final straw that I don't really want to say, but it was like one
Yeah, it's
final
okay. That's okay.
that really like triggered was like, okay, yeah, I need to do this like now. I'm like,
Hmm.
you know, so finally I did, and it's helped a lot, man. It's honestly like fucking life changing, dude. It's great. But yeah, I went through a few guys, and I was like, this
Yeah,
sucks.
I've been there, man. Well, I'm
I got
proud
a
of you.
friend
Hey,
who
I'm
does
proud of
that.
you for going and seeking it out, man. And obviously, you always have me to talk to. You know what I mean?
Oh
I
yeah,
mean
dude.
that for real. I know people say that shit, but like I actually do that on tour all the time. I have long conversations with friends. I have a call later tonight with a buddy, another great drummer who's just going through some stuff. Like I do it all the time on tour.
Yeah.
Me and
Doing
Connor,
that.
communicate in voice messages, like just long ass voice messages back and forth to each other. So like
Oh my God, I
we
love
talk,
Connor so much.
he's the best. We talk about all kinds of really deep stuff, and um, but anyway, so I'm always here for you. We'll stop talking about so,
I wanted to ask real quick
yeah.
while we were talking about that because the job of touring and being at that level is stressful and that can definitely add regardless of what's going on in life. That alone is reason to go to therapy. But if you weren't doing this job, if you weren't a professional drummer, what do you think you would be doing?
Oh, dude. I'm like really I don't even have a high school education, dude. Like I'm really like
Full
I
send drummer.
yeah, I dropped out of school when I was 15 years old, and I've just been like I don't know what jobs I could do. Like maybe you know, I don't know. I'm like trying to think
I
of a good
love you.
answer to that. I probably would
You're
be doing the
so
wrong thing, I can tell you that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like nothing,
I
like
might have a little
swinging
less
a hammer or something, anything fixing cars, anything like that.
yeah, well I
Do
don't
you
even
literally?
drive cars.
Yeah, I was gonna say last time I was gonna. Oh yeah, we got to talk about that, dude. Tosh doesn't even have.
Wait, what did he say? You don't drive, you said?
I have a learner's permit now.
Hell yeah, dude.
Tosh Tosh was like sick, like literally 99.9% of 16-year-old males in the United States. Like the second they can drive a car, they're like, I need to do this right now. And Tosh was like, I
I'm
don't
playing
want to
drums.
drive anywhere. I want to play drums. I don't want to
Yeah,
learn how to do that at all.
that's
Everyone was
fucking
like,
badass, bro.
what did you go get your license on your 16th birthday? And I was like, I went and got my first gig on my 16th birthday. I auditioned for my
Oh, is
first
that
gig.
true?
Yeah.
No shit. That's
Fuck
actually
yeah.
like that's like poetic. That's like honestly insane.
It was funny because I showed up to the audition at Amp Rehearsal in North Hollywood, and I showed up, and the music director was all like, uh, "Did you drive here?" And I was like, "No, not yet. I'll probably get my license in like 6 months." I saw him like 2 years ago. He's like, "Do you still not have your license?" I was like, "No, dude."
Do you know how to
Uh,
tie your shoes?
Oh yeah, that's a good story. I learned how to tie my shoes when I was 20 years old.
Okay,
hell yeah.
I'm not totally tripping. I met I was somewhere when you and I were hanging out at a show or something, and there was somebody with you who was like, "Yeah, Tosh doesn't know how to tie his shoes or something." Like somebody mentioned, it, I was like, "Huh?" And then
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah.
It's like a story going on. Yeah, dude, Tosh, you guys didn't know? You can't tie his shoes, dude.
yeah. I learned how to tie my shoes when I was 20 years old, and it was 2021. I was playing at the NFL draft with Machine Gun Kelly, and I've told this story to a few people, but never like publicly, I don't think. And I was, um, the stylist put us. We had like these white Doc Martens, and the stylist was like helping, like he's like tying my shoes, and Kels goes, "Don't fucking what? Don't make him tie your shoes for you." And I was like, "I don't know how to tie shoes." He's like, "You have to learn how to tie your shoes right now." And so, like, locked in, taught me how to tie my shoes. Do it kind of wrong now, but it works. I get my shoes tied. So, uh, yeah, it was like, "Are you fucking?" He's like, "You don't know how to tie your fucking shoes?" Like,
That's
dude, what's
so
wrong with
insane.
you?
We're doing this right now.
Yeah,
That's so
my,
insane.
my dad, my dad would like drive me to his house to like, um, to like rehearse. We would rehearse at his old house, um, and I think everyone thought that he was only driving me because like he had a truck that could carry my drums, but it was literally just because I don't have a license.
Oh, that's so funny. You're talking about the MGK's house.
Yeah,
Dude, imagine being able to play drums that good at that level, but not tying your shoes. That's badass, bro.
Yeah, it's insane. That's what I'm trying to say. It's
That's fucking sick.
I love it. Tosh
I
is
drove. I drove. I've been driving the last few days. I've been practicing. I'm gonna try to get my. My goal is to have my license before I leave for the Alkaline Trio tour in June.
Oh, hell
okay,
yeah.
okay. That's good. That's good.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
working on it.
Especially, it's like extra funny playing with dudes in their like 40s too,
Yeah,
because they're like, dude, they literally got their driver's license 35 years ago or whatever.
yeah.
Wait, so how
Um,
do you get around? You live in LA, right? Do you have like a bike, or how do you get around when you just walk?
My mom or dad drives me.
Okay, that's fair. Hey, man.
my dad drove me to Lady Gaga practice. It's
They
so
literally
funny.
would, dude. Like, you drive me to rehearsal. Like,
I love it. I love I love it. I love your family dynamic. I love your parents. Like you
Amazing.
it's so cool when I went and hung out with you and like kind of saw the ecosystem of your family, and was around it. It's just like, man, it's so cool to me that the family went all in on you, went all in on yourself to make a career that you've built, and they went all in on you as well, and the support you have from them and the relationship you have with your dad and your mom. I mean, it's awesome, man. It's really cool, and like you deserve all of this, everything you've gotten. Like you've worked for it. People don't see the hours.
yeah,
Instagram is this like ah ha ha thing, and
That,
you post a badass video and it catches someone attention, but it catches attention for a reason. You've spent a lot of hours in that room by yourself. Do you still have the same room, right? It's that
yeah,
same room in
yeah,
the garage.
yeah.
Tell the story about how that room came about, because I love that story.
Oh yeah, literally. I was probably 13, maybe 13, I think. And our close family friend was moving, and he's like, he was he mixed mixed record, like an engineer or whatever, but he like was a mixer and stuff, and so that was his room that he would like mix songs in, and he was like, hey, can like you and your boys like come down and help me like move it? It's fucking heavy. Like we got to take it apart and move it. And he's like, you can he's all, you can whatever. He's like, you can like, I'll throw you a couple bucks or whatever. And my dad was like, can we have it? He's like, if you come down and get it, it's all yours. Like I don't care. I just need to get rid of it because he was asking us to take it to the dump. He was like, I'm gonna rent a like a U-Haul and take it.
Ah,
And my dad was like, what? Like we could just take it apart and put it back together in our garage. And he's like, if you want to, it's all yours. But the funny story is that's how he got it. Is like it was someone else's before, and they had asked him to help him move it to take it to the dump, and so he was like, I'll take it. Like I'm talking like 15 years before I got it. You know?
whoa, Joe. So to picture this, or for people listening, they have a garage in the family house, and inside the garage there's a room inside of the garage that's basically completely soundproofed. Like
ah,
if
that's
you're
what.
outside of it you can hear a little bit of noise, but like not really. So Tosh at 13 already was in love with the instrument, and then now he had this place to like play literally whenever he wanted to.
Yeah,
But
all
Oh,
day,
that is so
like every
sick.
day.
a lot of people though, like a lot of people don't realize that just because you have the resources to play a lot doesn't mean you're necessarily going to do it. A lot of people need to be told to practice or like push to practice.
Hmm.
But you know Tosh saw that as like, Tosh, you probably weren't even thinking, you at 13 you're not thinking about shit other than drums are fun, and you were just in there all day, right?
Yeah, well, honestly, I thought like a little weird. Like I thought like by 16 I'd be at the level I'm at right now. Like in my head, I
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
was
fair.
like,
You planned for it.
yeah, like I really was like at 15 I was like, fuck, man, I don't think I'm ever gonna get a gig. Like I was literally, I
One's
think
over. I'm old.
that's what I thought, dude. I literally thought that way, and so um, it's nice that it's nice that I've now realized like, okay, I'm doing okay. Like I'll be fine. I
There's
was
a
doing.
lot of, I think there's a lot of truth to like manifesting in general. I really do. There was a During a particularly hard time in my life, I bought a cork board and I started printing off photos off the internet of just like like Kiss playing in arenas, and like I wanted to be endorsed by Remo, and I cut out like the Remo logo of a cardboard box and I stuck that to it,
Oh yeah.
and I just like stuck a bunch of shit on there that just almost all of it has come true. Like there's a photo of Staples Center. Like I haven't played Staples Center yet, so like that's, but a lot of it came true, and I feel like you're like self-belief has like helped propel you to this place. Like you knew it when you were that young. It's just crazy because I wasn't thinking
Yeah.
that way when I was that age. I was just like so in a different headspace, which
Yeah,
sucks.
I kind of always was like, God, I got to be doing this like now. Like I got to play it all day because I want to be like the best drummer in the world. Like that's just it
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
I always thought like that, you know.
That's so
That's a
sick.
great mindset, bro, and that's a huge reason why you are where you're at. You just went for it, you visualized it, and you didn't take no for an answer. That's fucking awesome shit to see, man.
Thank you, dude.
So
I appreciate it.
now that you've done a bunch of gigs, you've done pop, you've done rap, rock, punk, all this stuff. Is there a gig that what gig that you haven't done do you want to do? Like what do you have a couple, and it could be a couple too, like a couple gigs on the mind where you're like, damn, I would love to do that, just one tour with that band or whatever.
I mean, there's so many, dude. Like, there's literally
There's a
like I could
lot.
go on and on. Like, obviously, Bon Jovi's my favorite band of all time. I wish I,
Oh, no
I wish
shit.
I could have done that the Oasis tour. Joey is his name, I think. Yeah, he's a great drummer, and but I'm like, fuck, I wanted that one. Man, if Bud ever needed a sub for Sublime, I would love that.
You would kill a Sublime
Yes,
gig.
sir.
That would be
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
fun. So there's just so many. The problem though is like there's a lot of bands that I'm like I love them, but then I start to realize I think I love them for their drummer, and so if I was there,
Oh,
I'd be like, oh fuck, well I'm playing, but my favorite part of the band isn't even here. Like
Mm.
I
I'm a huge
understand.
Red Hot Chili Peppers fan, like mega fan, but like I would never want to see them without Chad Smith.
Right, totally. Yeah, totally. That's a really good point. That's also one of those bands that like I don't even know if Chad Smith can be like you could obviously play the parts and you could smash the parts and do it really well, but he is the band in my I look at the band the same way.
Yeah, yeah,
Um
totally. And
Or,
I feel that way about a lot of bands. Like I would like hate to see them without or even though he's not even like the original drummer, he's only been in the band for a few years. But the Offspring with Brandon on drums,
oh, totally.
man, he's the best they've ever had. I mean, they've had a
Oh,
few
for
drummers.
sure.
That dude is a
Yeah.
fucking beast,
yeah, he's
dude.
great.
Yeah. He's a killer drummer.
What's your favorite like genre of music to play?
Um, all different types, but I would say any type of rock is up there for me. Like just all different types of like I was probably 80s, 90s, early 2000s, like different types of rock, whether it be like punk or grunge or like any of that type of stuff. That's probably my favorite. But I also do like I go through a big like hip hop phase. I love like G funk. Is like one of my
Mm.
favorites. I love Snoop and Dre and all that stuff. I would say, yeah, man, it's all over the place. So that I guess that didn't really answer your question because I just listed like every genre. But uh,
No,
I'm a
no.
huge reggae fan. I would say pretty much the majority of the time, if you come to my house, you'll hear me listening to reggae because I love it so much. Um,
Ah, that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah, dude. I have like a whole reggae playlist that is pretty much always
That's
on.
Right.
so far. Share that with me after this. I got on a reggae kick. We toured with POD in the fall,
Oh,
and
dude, I love.
every time I went on their bus, they were listening to reggae. I was like, damn,
Yeah,
this is actually a sick after show vibe. Is like beers and reggae. This
dude,
is
I love.
nice.
Marcos is the homie, man. I love that dude. He's cool as fuck.
Marcos kicks ass. He's awesome.
The,
All those guys are awesome. That's a cool band. They're a cool band to tour with. Okay, so this tour you have coming up with Alkaline Trio. It's gonna kick ass. Who's it with? Where is it? Or like what are your thoughts going into it? Are you headlining, direct supporting? Like tell me
uh,
everything about this.
it's really cool because we kind of get to do everything all in the span of like a couple months. We got a few festival dates. We're headlining some festivals. We're not headlining some festivals. Then we have a full headline European tour, which will be really fun. And then a in the fall we're doing a tour with Rise Against uh,
Sick.
in the states, which I'm really excited for. But it's kind of like over the next couple months, I get to do headline shows with them, headline festivals with them, opening shows with them, opening festivals. All different types of festivals, um, a bunch of different countries and areas, and that I get to go to, and as well as I'm so excited to do an amphitheater summer tour, or like I guess it's like late summer, fall, but like those are my
So
favorite.
fun.
Dude,
They're
amphitheater
so
is
fun, bro.
my favorite, dude. It's like summer camp.
It's is it a and it will be that will that be a headliner for
No,
Alkaline
that's
Trio?
that's with Rise Against. That's the
So
one.
direct support.
Yeah, we're opening for
Yeah,
Rise.
dude. So I did that. I did that 2 summers in a row, basically. But the direct support slot on a or headlining on an amphitheater run in the summer.
That's
It literally
prime.
just feels like summer camp, bro. It's so
It,
fun.
it's the best. That's well. So the Fallout Boy, when I filled in for Fallout Boy, I was actually opening for them with Royal and the Serpent, and
Ah.
that was like I was like just like partying way too hard because I would play 30 minutes a night and then just have
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Just go
and it's
off.
just
Yeah.
everyone's friends. So I would just like be like a maniac that entire time. And you're in the middle of nowhere. Like amphitheaters are in the middle of
Yeah.
nowhere.
Yes, you have nowhere to go. You can't Uber to downtown most of the time.
No, dude. And so you're just hanging out with
Yeah.
everyone. Like it's a bunch. There was
Yeah,
four
it's
bands
so
on the
fun.
bill. Sometimes there was five, but it was mostly there was four bands pretty much the whole time. And we were second out of four. So I had like I would play for
Oh.
30
Oh
minutes
wow.
and just chill. And I
And you're
was
playing in the sun every day. You're like, oh yeah, it's like
yeah,
hot and stuff.
yeah.
Um, One thing I was going to ask you about, just because like I've done a little bit of gig hopping, and there's been a couple times where gear logistics was like impossible. So,
Mm.
how do you usually deal with gear logistics? Like, for example, finishing this Gaga run and getting an A rig and maybe even a B rig for Alkaline Trio. Is it the same rig? Are you leaving some stuff with Gaga storage? Like, are you getting a new rig?
I'm grabbing
Have you just
everything.
given? Yeah,
Oh, so I was gonna say I'm grabbing everything this week. I have to admit, I'm so spoiled and like I'm so used to my drum tech just figuring everything out. And
perfect. No, yeah, yeah.
but I know I'm getting everything. I haven't
Are
decided what like
Well, are you using the same drum tech that you were
I
using with
was
Gaga? Are you using the same one for Alkaline Trio, or did Alkaline Trio already have a guy you're going to use or a gal?
so my drum tech left me and is no he's all good. I was with him last night. He's like one of my best friends, but he's taking for well, actually I don't even know if I can say the drummer, but he's taking for Ariana Grande. Um,
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's announced who's playing, but he's taking for the dude who's playing for her, and
Okay.
um, uh, so he jumped like literally went into rehearsals the day we flew back from Gaga's tour. They started. He had a load-in day that exact day, so I don't get to keep him, but that's fine. I'll keep him for all the Gaga stuff. You know, when Gaga comes back, whenever that is,
Hmm.
so, as long
Hmm.
as it's available. I
Would he
hope so.
typically do all the other gigs you have too? Like one drum tech just goes with you wherever you go, typically?
Usually, but since he's not doing Alkaline Trio, I have to get someone else. But he did Jaden for a little while with me. That was the first gig we did together was Jaden, and then I brought him over when I started doing Machine Gun Kelly again in 2024. I went back to play for him, and then at the beginning of 2025, and then I had a drum tech, and when I needed to get a new drum tech, I for Gaga, they already had a drum tech, but then there was some issues I think with like visa issues. He wasn't from the states, and so I had yeah I called Fion and he came and he did it and he's been he's 21 and he's
Sick.
20. He was 20 when he got the Gaga gig.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow. That's not something you hear of often, especially on the crew side. You
Yeah,
don't
and
hear about 20-year-old drum techs playing for like or teching for legacy acts. That's badass though.
yeah, and everyone loves him over there, man. He's like the star over there,
So
dude.
fire. So
Yeah,
fire. Well, yeah, he probably works his ass off.
for
He's
sure.
not
That's why
jaded
I love
yet.
him because
He's not
he's like
old and jaded yet.
it's not like most drum techs do.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have so
yeah.
many that
Oh,
are just like, nah, why are you setting your drums up like
yeah,
that? And it's like, dude,
yeah,
what are you?
yeah. You're like, dude, just yeah.
Just set it up, dude. Just change the headstock.
Yeah, the tech I had on Royal and the Serpent, he had also done Jaden for a while. He was great too, but um, he is driving
Nice.
semi trucks now. I was like,
Oh
sweet.
wow, no
Yeah,
shit. All right.
more consistent.
Um, Hell yeah. Okay, so what does a day off on tour for you look like?
Man, I try to get out every day now. Like when I first started touring, I'd be like, oh, I'll just veg out. I mean, but then like on this Gaga tour, we had so many days off that I was like, I can't be
Yeah, you
lazy.
can't
I
just sit
have
in
to
your
do
hotel.
something, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, and we weren't even in that many cities, so I was like, because we would be in a city for like 2 weeks at a time. So I was like, I need to actually see this city. You know, that's like, I'm like, we went to, we were just in Montreal a few weeks ago, and someone was like, "Oh, have you ever been here?" And I was like, "Yeah, this is like my fifth time here." And they're like, "Oh, what should we do?" And I'm like, "I don't think I've ever done anything here." Like I literally It's like I've been here. I couldn't tell you. I remember what the venue looked like, kinda like I played the same venue like twice, and um, I was like, I'm not doing that this time. I have to get out and do stuff. I have to, and that's what I did. In every city I tried to get out. There was a few like in Berlin. I was sick, and so I just like
Mm.
hid out for like 3 days and tried to get better. But pretty much always I got out in almost every city, which was cool. So I try to
And you're
get out and
do
explore.
you
Oh,
get out and
sorry.
explore? Do you ever like do you have like a common theme? Like for example, I always seek out like I try to find like a really dope coffee shop within like an hour walk that I can like, okay, I'm gonna listen to a podcast and walk 45 minutes there and walk 45 minutes back or whatever. Do you do shit like that, or are you just animals who wander or like find historical places or all of the above?
I would say it's typically food based. Like I start with like, okay, I want to find where I'm gonna eat. I started just dude, I literally it's so easy. I'll just go on TikTok and I'll type in like fucking I don't even know, like Minneapolis food and I'll just like you got some chick on there like here's everything I ate in a day at walking
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
and so I always will like that's kind of how I'll find spots and then I'll just see who wants to come. It does kind of suck on a bigger tour because like the crew stays. There's like three different hotels,
Hmm.
so we won't be at the same hotel. And I'm friends with a lot of the crew guys, so if we're close, that's nice. But sometimes we'll have to like Uber and meet up somewhere. And I mean, there's like 300 people on a tour that size, so it's like you gotta.
Damn.
So many. It's
And you guys will
crazy.
all be in a city for like 2 weeks on a tour like that, you said?
Yeah, yeah, it's
Wow.
Yeah.
crazy.
So you
It's
just
like
have a hotel
So
room or do
insane.
you get an Airbnb? Where do you stay?
yeah, everyone has rooms. We'll do.
Damn.
There's three. There's A party, B party, and C party. And so like B party is like the band, dancers, and then the hair and makeup team. So
Hmm.
we would all be in the same hotel. And then A party is like Gaga's personal people, like her her makeup artist, the tour manager, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And
Hmm.
then C party would be the crew. And so there's typically three different hotels. There was like two or three times where everyone was in the same hotel, which was super nice and that was fun. But
Yeah,
uh,
we just went through that. Yeah.
that was so fun. We were just in Miami, which is like, and we were there for like a week with only one show. We had a makeup show to do because we had to cancel it last year. So we were just there, and it was like literally, it was like summer camp, like there.
That's sick.
We're all in this hotel for a week. The hotel had like a killer rooftop bar, and like it was just like mania.
Sick.
Damn. Do you have a favorite city
Yeah.
that you've been to anywhere in the world?
I think Amsterdam's really cool, really
I
fun.
love Amsterdam, dude. I'm
Damn.
so glad you said that.
Damn, that's a
It's
great
so
answer.
pretty
It
there,
kicks so much ass.
and it's
Yeah.
funny
The
because
coffee shop's there, Ant. Now we're talking.
dude, that's the
There are
funny thing.
some special coffee shops in Amsterdam.
Dude, I've never even smoked weed once. Never even tried weed once.
No
Really?
way?
Yeah, people don't even believe me. I'm like, dude, I've never tried smoking weed, but
What?
Amsterdam's still my
Not even
favorite.
once? You
No,
haven't even just thought,
Good for you,
you have no
dog.
just no curiosity.
no. I mean, I don't know. I've never
Yeah,
even really been
that's fine.
offered, to be honest. Like,
You're
I
not
just,
missing much. I mean, you get
yeah,
hungry, fall asleep. I don't
which I do already. Man. I eat like a pothead, man. I just snack on cookies all day.
know.
Yeah,
Dude,
I
it's so
drink, but
good.
I've never touched any drugs or anything.
Good
Yeah.
man. Wish I could say the same.
Joe used to do a lot of drugs.
I used
Yeah.
to be bad, dog. When I was
Really?
when you were making it big, I was like the lowest of the low you could be.
Oh, no
Just
way.
yeah, so it's makes me happy to hear that you completely stayed away from that. I mean, dude, you're like a perfect role model for anyone. All the kids that want to be drummers, do what Tosh did. Just tuck your chin and practice and make it your life. And I mean, look what Tosh is doing. So yeah,
Yeah, it
I have
really
a
is my
wildly
life.
different
I'm gonna get
come up.
off this and go play drums. Like literally, like I
Hell
still
yeah.
play every day.
Yeah, that's how it goes, man. I play constantly at home. There's that actually brings me to one question I forgot to ask earlier, which is like you obviously grew up in Orange County, and your parents started taking you to NAM when you were really young. To me, I look at you as like you're a perfect example of like it sounds corny, but it's true, but like hard work meeting opportunity because the opportunities were presented to you pretty young. Like you're in the
Yeah.
mix. you're like getting introduced to, you're kind of around professional drummers from a young age and people in the industry, music directors, guitar players, you're jamming with fools, like you're doing all this stuff. And you also had this burning thing inside of you of like just play constantly, which, like I said earlier, not everybody has that.
Yeah.
And do you think that if you hadn't grown up in Orange County, that you would have, and you still discovered drums, you would have moved to LA or to Nashville or something? Or do you think you would have figured it out from wherever you were? Or do you feel lucky that you grew up in Orange County, is essentially what I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm definitely super lucky. I love it here, man. I think this is the greatest city in the world. It's like I love being from here, and I think it definitely helped a lot. Being able to go up. Like my dad would take me to drum clinics or like
So sick.
shows and stuff all the time. And there's always stuff going on here. So I
Mhm.
grew up doing a lot. So I'm very very fortunate. It's like I don't have to like a few of the Gaga guys don't live in LA. Like a few of her band, like they don't live in LA, so they'll fly in and stuff. But like I'll stay in a hotel when we're in rehearsals just because I don't want to do the commute every day.
Hmm.
Um, but so I stay up in Burbank or
Yeah, that
wherever.
makes sense because going from Orange County to Burbank over and over
That's a
again,
hike.
just for weeks on end would suck.
And then
Yeah,
with
I mean if
traffic.
we're rehearsing for literally forever. It's just like oh man, I can't do that. But
Yeah, yeah.
the dude, the craziest. So we rehearsed at the Park MGM in Vegas for
Oh,
like
sick. Yeah.
for before Coachella. We were there for a fucking month and we rehearsed for like 2 hours a day from like noon to two. You know how stupid that is to give a bunch of musicians just free reign of Las Vegas like every day?
Las Vegas for a month.
Dude, for a month, it was like my liver wanted to kill me, dude. I was dying.
Eh.
And you're rehearsing there. So, and you're staying there and rehearsing there. So you walk from your room to the rehearsal place is just the theater that's in there. So you walk to rehearsal, you finish rehearsal, you walk out the side door, and you're just literally in the casino. And there's just
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you're right there.
you walk out, you want to grab a drink? All right, I can do one. And then it's just over and over again. It's like, oh my God, that's like, it was fun, but it was like, it's like Vegas is like, oh, like, yeah, we're in Vegas, dude, rehearsing, we're basically off. And then like you wake up Monday and you're like, I'm here for another month. This is terrible. Like, the worst
Yeah,
thing ever.
Vegas is a not my place, man. It's like a in and out. I only go there for gigs at this point. It's like if I'm not there playing a gig, or obviously I would go there for rehearsals if that's what was called of me, but that's not somewhere I go for fun anymore.
No, I do want to go to, I want to go see No Doubt at the Sphere.
Oh yeah. I still haven't been to the Sphere. Have you been to the Sphere?
I fell asleep in the Sphere during a Grateful Dead concert, or
No,
Oh, no way.
no.
I fell asleep. Okay, this is a great story to leave you
Okay.
guys
Yeah,
with.
yeah.
This
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
you'll like this. I fell asleep at a Grateful Dead concert because I was bored, and then I got up and I'm walking out and I'm just like screaming like, dude, I fucking hate hippies. And this lady's like, you're in the wrong place. And I walked up and I put my arm around her and I'm like, show me something cool. And she goes, what do you mean? And I was like where? Show me something to prove to me that hippies are not the worst. And she's like, my husband owns this building. I can take you wherever I want. And I was like, show me anywhere. Just some random lady walking past a bar at the Sphere. She takes us down to the floor and like this weird super VIP area, and she's like, lay down and stare out here. And I'm just like staring at the ceiling. And it was like the coolest thing ever. Our
That's
bass
so
player,
fire.
literally, I saw our bass player Eric last night, and he was like showing me videos from that night of like me and this old lady dancing. I feel bad calling her old lady, but there's me and this lady dancing, and like it was so much fun. I have no idea her name. I have no idea how to find her, but she had some badge that even like people working there couldn't go to certain places. Like
Wow.
I can go anywhere. She's like, "Do you want to go on the stage?" Walks up to the stage and like, and then we're just like cruising. She's like, "Show me anywhere." She's like, "I'll show you." She's like, "I can show you John Mayer's green room if you want." And like while he's performing, it's just like showing me everything. And I'm just some random lady that I walked past, and
She
it
didn't
was
know who you were?
And she had no idea you were playing for Gaga. Did you ever
no.
tell her?
I
See,
don't know.
that would have been even funnier. You could have blown her mind up. Oh, for sure. Wait. What the hell? Like I'm just randomly talking to this kid who also plays for Lady Gaga.
I think
Hold
she
on,
was.
you never mentioned it?
No, I don't even know her name. I don't even know if she knows
No
my name.
fucking way.
I think she just thought I looked cool, and I was probably like the youngest person there, and like she was just she was like, "Who's this tattooed dude screaming out he hates hippies?" And I think she was super drunk too, so she like, but
That's
her husband
funny.
did something, and I don't know what he did, but her friend, I guess, who was with her, explained it to our bass player. Like her husband owns the actual company who built the lighting or something. I don't know what it is, but
Okay.
he
Yeah,
does.
it's
But she was very important, and people just got out of her way wherever she went and let her go anywhere. It was like this lady's
so
crazy,
dope.
dude.
Damn.
So many
Um,
so many
That's dope.
barefoot people inside. It pissed me off.
yeah. We're approaching the end of the podcast. We're gonna hit you with a couple questions. Stick around after for a second. We got to talk about a couple things.
Yep.
A couple off-camera things that I have burning questions about that I cannot ask on this
Oh
on
yeah,
this.
I can see why I started therapy at once we get offline.
There you go. There you go. I have some other questions as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do these couple questions at the end. We just kind of ask everybody the same question. So, um, what is your favorite part about touring and your least favorite part about touring?
Favorite part is the people you get to meet and hang out with. Man, it's like I'm around like you make best friends on tour, man. You make brothers and sisters on
Mhm.
tour, like
Hmm.
it's that's my family and I think that's probably my favorite part. The shows obviously are so much fun, but I think it's just like that's just a very small part of what touring is.
Hmm.
And the main part
Yeah.
is being around these people all the time and so I would say that's my favorite part. Least favorite part is, I mean, just it is hard. It's draining. It's mentally, physically exhausting. Like I got fucking cupping marks on my back because it's like my body's going through it. Like I don't know how you guys are, but like when I play drums at home, like I have no body pains because I'm just like so chill, just like working on stuff. And then I go on tour and I wake up like, what the fuck
Aching.
was I
I'd
doing?
say I say this. We've been talking about this on the podcast, but like I say this all the time, especially bro. I'm 35 now. Like I thought when I was 25, I felt indestructible. It was like I could play as hard and as long as I want to play. Like nothing mattered. And in the last couple of years, I've been going on tours, and when you get to like that 4 or 5 week mark in a tour, your body just starts to go like, dude, stop. Like,
Yeah,
go home and go sleep. Like, stop playing as hard as you can all the time. Like, and and I always tell people there's like being in show shape and then like how you play drums at home. Nobody's at home. You're not. You can't manufacture that like adrenaline at home and that
Facts.
like the
yeah,
crowd hyping you up. Like there's no, so you could
Mm.
sit in your room and be like, okay, I'm gonna play really hard for like this one song or something. But like to
Not the
actually play
same.
hard as shit for an hour and a half or 2 hours, like at home, like at show speed, so to speak, like it doesn't, you don't really do that very often at home. And
No.
then it wakes you up on tour, like, damn, I'm playing way harder on tour than I do at home.
yeah. I've been thinking that about like 'cause obviously I'm learning like my goal is I'm about to have like 80 songs down by Alkaline Trio. I want to be like prepared to play 80 songs. And
80?
there's
Do
I
they
have
swap their set list around a lot?
no, they don't, but I just don't know what the set list is going to be. So I'm just like, I'm
That's
just learning them all. I
thanks.
mean, I learned their last few set lists and then like all their popular songs, even the ones they don't really like to play that I know. But I know there's definitely, I mean, it's the 25th anniversary of one of their albums. So I assume there's going to be a playthrough, at least one show maybe that we do a playthrough of it. Um, I mean, yeah, I guess I don't know what's announced actually, but there's definitely going to be a playthrough show at some point. So like, but that album only has one song that they normally play live on it. So the rest,
Mhm.
it's like they don't play those songs. So I want to be prepared for all those. But I've been like playing these songs, and I'm just kind of learning the parts, playing the parts and stuff. And last night before I left my house, I was like, I should probably at some point play it like some of these like a show, and like just to keep my stamina up. Um, because
It's a thing.
it really
It's a
is.
thing. Show stamina is a thing, man, and just tour stamina in general is a thing.
Yeah.
It is dude, just being on the
It's hard.
road. Fuck me,
You
bro.
know what? You know what I start. Yeah, it's a lot. I started last tour or the tour before. I started doing a lot more. No, it was 2 tours ago. I started doing like a lot more stretching. Um,
Oh yeah.
and even on
That's
off
insane.
days, I started stretching on off days. So like in a hotel, I'd wake up. and I'd like make a little cup of coffee and go down to the gym and just get one of those yoga mats and just stretch mostly like my lower half of my body, but just your legs, your hips, your quads, like,
Shoulders.
shoulders,
Like
doing
a
that,
resistance band thing and do these.
yeah, do the
Oh,
Like
resistance thing. We did an episode. Do you follow this guy on Instagram, Drum Mechanics?
I feel like I know who
It's
that
okay.
is.
I, we did an episode with him recently, and go follow him. He's really dope. He's basically like a, physical therapist specialist who like is a great drummer and loves drumming, and he's like done quite a bit of thinking and research on his own to just figure out like what drummers might need to sort of make them better to be able to like
really
play
help.
hard longer, like what kind of
Yeah,
recovery to do, all that stuff that's like he's almost looking at it how because he trains like hockey players and shit. So he's looking at like drummers are athletes and like
yeah,
how can they whatever make their life a little bit easier. But
yeah. I mean, we have a physical therapist on the road with us, so that's nice. Like it,
no,
you know,
that's so nice.
Oh
That's
shit.
real nice.
yeah. So it's like stretching, you get massages and stuff, and like cupping and all that stuff.
Cupping, right? Yeah.
I'd be good every night, bro. If I had
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I do it before every show. Every
Yeah.
show day,
good.
I do physical
Also,
therapy.
last thing I'll say on this, and then Joe will ask the final question, but do you take creatine at all?
No, I don't.
I've been on this creatine kick the last like year. I really swear by it. A lot of people
What is
do.
it?
Creatine is just one of those things that
A
has like
supplement.
basically, it's a supplement. It has like basically no side effects. It's cheap. And if it, you can take like 5 to 20 milligrams a day, depending on kind of what you're doing. But they say like 5 or 10 milligrams a day is enough, and it tastes like nothing. Like you can put it in a cup of. I just literally put some in a cup of coffee before this podcast.
Yeah.
But it just helps. It helps your recovery. Helps with muscle growth. Like it helps your sharpness of your mind. I feel like something about taking some creatine, especially if you take it with a little caffeine, all of a sudden you're just like locked in, like take it right before a show,
Yeah.
you know. Um, but yeah, anyway, enough about that. Joe, ask the final question and we'll get up on out of here.
Yeah, we'll finish it off with this one. Three dinner guests, dead or alive.
Oh shit. 3 dinner guests, dead or alive.
Yeah, it's a
Crazy.
tough one. It's a good one.
Oh man, I should have prepared. Um, I didn't even think about this.
We could prompt people this in the future. I don't know, and give them a heads up on just this one question.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for
Everybody gets stuck. Everybody gets stumped. They're always like, because it's like it's
Yeah,
hard.
facts.
It's
it
very
is.
hard.
That's
I've thought. I know mine because I've thought about it. But if you don't think
yeah.
about it, you're just like, there's 1,000 of them I want to have dinner with.
I mean, there really is, but I think I'm gonna have to go. I want definitely Liam Gallagher has to be there.
Hell yeah, yeah, hell
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna say Liam Gallagher. Oh man, but anyone else he's gonna be a dick to, so I don't want to bring anyone who would get like too offended. Um, he has to be there. Liam Gallagher, and then I'm gonna say maybe just bring Thomas Pridgeon, even though I've had dinner with him, but he's still my
Hell
favorite.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
dope.
hell yeah.
Still fucking
You've been saying that.
dude. I've been obsessed with
He's
him forever. You know.
he's so dope. He's so dope. He's the best. Actually, I texted him the other day at the same time I texted you. I was like, "You want to do a podcast, dude?" And he just did never responded. He'll hit me back eventually. We'll get
Yeah.
him on.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
Liam Gallagher, Thomas Pridgeon, and I want to pick someone who's dead. I'm gonna actually no. You know who I want to fucking meet is Chuck Biscuits.
Oh,
I
Chuck
who's
want to.
Biscuits?
that? I've never even heard this name. Who's that?
You
Yeah.
know Chuck
Chuck
Biscuits?
Biscuit.
Last I heard, he lives in Seattle. He faked his own death, but then people found out that he faked his own death. He's a drummer. He played for Danzig and Social Distortion and stuff. He was a
Who
fucking
faked his own death?
everyone said he died. Everyone thought he died, and then he's like working at. I heard he's working. Someone told me he's working at like a Costco in like
In Washington?
Seattle, or like Olympia, maybe something like that.
Dude, I feel like I saw
Whoa.
that story somewhere, or like I
We
saw an
got to bring
article.
this guy on the podcast. What the
Yeah,
hell?
we got to talk to him.
I guess like after Social Distortion, he just like he hated the music industry so much that
Did he faked his own death?
he just like said he had cancer and died, and like someone said he died, and he just moved away, picked a random city in Washington to move to, and just left California and was like, fuck this.
Damn. Going to
That's so
Tacoma.
tough.
But I knew someone who knew him and or like who kind of knew him. Actually, no, I posted on my Instagram. I said, "Who is like or like does anyone know what happened to Chuck Biscuits?" Because I think I heard he's still alive. And someone reached out and was like, "Yeah, I saw him at like Costco. He works in like the meat section out of Costco or something."
That's so awesome.
That's wild.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, "What?" Like I have to I was like, "Please send me what Costco because one day I want to go there and meet him, dude. I'm a huge fan."
That's so tight.
Yeah.
That's an interesting dinner right there.
Oh,
That's
it's
some
gonna be
Yeah,
like
interesting
very.
combos.
it's gonna be like someone who like really doesn't want to be there. Some actually it's probably gonna be like two people who really don't want to be there, and then
And
Thomas.
then
You know?
Chuck.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, actually, yeah, right.
Yeah.
But Thomas probably don't
Uh,
want to be there either. But I'll force him.
yeah. I love
That
Thomas,
was the
man.
best one.
I had a great time. I hung out with Thomas at I can't tell the story on the podcast. All right. We're gonna end it there. Thanks for coming on, Tosh. It was great to see you, buddy.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the Alkaline Trio gig. I can't wait to see you play with that band. I feel like that is your wheelhouse, and it's going to be really fun to watch you in your element.
Yeah, I'm really looking
Um,
forward to it, dude.
Playing with a punk rock band, I feel like that's kind of where you're meant to be. Not that Gaga and MGK and all this shit isn't insane and awesome. It's all amazing, but
Yeah.
seeing you play punk rock, that's when I go like, this is Tosh. This is Tosh playing drums. So,
Fuck yeah. Thank you.
um, all right, buddy. Thanks again. Be safe. We'll talk soon.
See ya.
Nice talking to you, Tosh.
All right.
Yeah. Later, bro.
Later.
Peace out, guys.